Aries gang, welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. We're going to read your tarot cards here today. So this will be a general tarot message for Aries sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Of course, everyone is welcome to join this reading, cross-watchers included. I only ask that you come into this reading with an open heart, an open mind. Take away only what resonates. If something feels strange or foreign, if it doesn't fit your circumstance or scenario, please release it. Assume it's going out to someone else, okay? It won't be your message every week, unfortunately, but it is my aim, my goal, my hope that lots of this does resonate with you and, again, motivate you, empower you, inspire you. That's what I like to do here, okay? Enough rambling, let's get into it for Aries. You have Seven of Wands coming up. It's funny, this card has come up, I think, in every reading. You're the fifth or sixth sign I've done. And yeah, Seven of Wands is sometimes an energy of being defensive, not wanting to open up. That's one kind of definition. The other definition of this, or, you know, not definition, but what it can symbolize, is needing to set healthier boundaries, keeping your distance from people if you just don't like their vibe or their energy seems a little bit off. It's just distancing yourself for your own preservation, for your own protection. And last but not least, if you are sort of trying to ascend the mountain, climb higher, or, you know, go deeper into that project and that relationship, sometimes this is just simply a card of self-doubt. Any seven in assessment, it's all about tarot. And so more than likely, this is probably a little bit of self-doubt, which I don't think it's going to be a big deal for you, and here's why. This card typically says, yes, you're going to have moments where you do question your path, your idea, am I doing it right? You know, why am I not doing as good as them? Don't compare yourself to other people. Essentially, this is saying, though, even though there's 6 obstacles, 6 wands that you're having to kind of navigate around, negotiate around, however you want to say it, you actually do have the upper ground here. You have the higher ground. It makes me think of that Red Hot Chili Peppers song, or Stevie Wonder song, right? But the remake is so good. Anyway, this is saying you do have the higher ground, so have faith. Trust yourself. Trust in your abilities, and know that the kind of in symbolism, the divine is sort of backing you on this. You know, God, source, spirit, universe, they're on your team too. So even though there's 6, you know, in metaphor, of course, 6 obstacles, 6 problems, you know, different checkpoints, however you want to say it, Spirit's got you back on this one. So it really is just having faith in the divine, and most importantly in yourself, right? So this is really not a card of, oh, just quit and stop, it's not worth it. It's like, no, we're in this, but you are going to have to fight a little bit more for it if you want it. So let's keep going with the story and see what that is. In fact, what is coming up at Aries here? Do they need to deflect, or do they need to push through? I just heard make way. It seems like you're actually trying to force your way into something. And I'm not sure if it's good or bad. For some of you, it's just being a little bit more confident in selling yourself, in displaying your talents and abilities, especially in a workplace scenario. I don't know if you're going for like a promotion, or you're in competition, very much competition for some sort of role or even person that you want or want to be with. And it seems like you're really determined. Let's get some cards on it. It might have to do with a Scorpio. I think a lot of you might be trying to get the attention of coworkers or your boss because you want more respect. And a lot of you, it's like you want more responsibility in the workplace, which very likely comes with a bigger salary or something where you see that it is worth fighting for. Okay, others of you, there's definitely some sort of like sexual attraction with a Scorpio. You both have that very strong Mars energy. That is your ruling planet, and it is very much associated with Scorpio as well. So this could go a couple ways. Basically, you have the Death card. So I'm going to finish with the Scorpio thing, and then we'll move on to the other message coming through here. And they kind of have like, I just have to be honest, they have like kind of like that big dick energy coming through. So are you just a sexual conquest? I'm not sure. What do you think? Your intuition is right. Others of you, it could be that you are trying to fight for a relationship with a Scorpio, but Spirit is asking you, is it more than just a physical attraction? Is there more substance to this? Is this a spiritual connection versus just a physical one? Again, you know the answer to that. Deep down, you do. I promise you do. And quite simply, this message came up in Sagittarius' reading. Is it worth fighting for? Do you see potential in this? If you know you could have this, but it's going to require more effort from you, or more energy, or more openness, more conversation, reestablishing some rules, or however you want to say it, changing up the game plan, it's going to require some energy. Is it worth saving? Is it worth fighting for? For some of you, you think yes, absolutely. So let's just finish it up with this person here. Someone might be making advances at you and you're not into it. That's the other storyline here too. Either you're fighting for something or you're defending yourself against this person's energy. There, especially with the way this card is shown, very Geminian, kind of that duality, that chameleon. I can be this or I can also be that. I feel like this person knows how to. They use their words. They use their words very wisely. They're very convincing. They're very charming. But for some of you, this does kind of feel like a trap, like it's just trying to lure you into the bedroom. I know this isn't everybody's scenario. I'm sorry. I have to read the messages that are coming through. Yeah, I don't know. For the majority of you, if this is confirming what you're already thinking or feeling about whoever this is, I do think it's a romantic suitor, whether it's a Scorpio or not. Part of me thinks that even if at one point you guys were on the same page, there's definitely kind of like an argument up on the horizon. And again, that argument is going to be, are we in this? I love you. Do you love me? Or is it more like, I'm not really, like we're not on the same page. And so again, you kind of throwing up the defenses or blocking them a little bit. Five of Wands is like conflict. All right. So let me look at this another way too. I do think there's like deceit here. I just have to be honest. I know that's kind of a bummer to hear. So just be cognizant, be careful of who you're sharing all your energy with. And I never do fear-based readings. I'm not just going to leave you with be careful, dun dun dun. That's not what I do here on my channel. So let me just dig into this a little bit more. Yeah, there's like a cockiness to this person and they always get what they want, and you actually might be the person who fights back, or the one who just doesn't always take them at their word. And so they don't like that about you, but they love, like, I don't know if it's the thrill of the chase. They love that you give pushback because they think it's cute and it's flirty, but there's also this like ego or this cockiness of like, well, they'll come around eventually. Like, almost like nobody says no to me. So I have to be honest, especially if this is romantic and kind of sexual. I'm not saying there's like a rapey vibe. Obviously, I wouldn't condone that on my channel. But there is definitely like a power dynamic. I don't care if you're male or female, whatever, romantic or whatever gender you're interested in. Whoever you're dealing with, Aries, there's just something about ego. There's an inflation of ego. It's very peacocking. It's this inner, I'm trying to think of like a polite way of putting this, but like this person always gets their way, and so they're like, oh, well, Aries is going to be no different. Like eventually they're going to fall in love with me, or eventually they're going to give me what I want. Someone could even be pressuring you to sleep with them. Again, I don't dig that vibe. I think again, I'm going to keep reading, but for most of you, I feel like Spirit is just kind of like, let that one go. Like your energy is right. The vibe, the energy you're feeling, it is correct. So I always say, don't be afraid to let go of something just kind of meh in order to embrace something a lot better. Even if this is a friend or a coworker, someone is just giving you weird energy this week, and there's like an unhealthy power dynamic here. And I think it just results in, at minimum, a disagreement. But for a lot of you, it could result in, hopefully not combat, but like, warring in metaphor, fighting, arguing, a disagreement. But I don't know. Give me like, wrapping this up, I'm going to do a new message for you, Aries. This is an odd one, but hopefully someone needed to hear it. Yeah, I feel like you find inner peace when you are away from this. This could involve a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. It could be that that's what you have coming in if you release this relationship that's really, it's like clouding your vibe. It's not really doing anything for your wellness, your mental health. So yeah, hang out with those who raise your vibe. Why are you considering people who just, they're like, there's like an energy suck here. And it's ironic too, because I feel like we started this message saying, are you willing to fight for this? And some of you are, and I'm not here to judge you or attack you, but I am kind of curious if that makes sense. Why? Like, why are you fighting for this? There's just something very deceitful about this. I don't like the vibe. I hate even going into this territory, but I'm going to be honest. If this is romantic, particularly a female, this feels like someone maybe even using kind of like love spells and magic and that's what I mean. There's like this there's like this, death card, Scorpio energy, very kind of like shamanistic, using medicine and herbs and like witchy vibes, right? For lack of a better term, to get what they want out of you, which for a lot of you is like sexual. So again, if this is resonating, protect your energy. I would not fuck with this person because there's a lot of, I don't mean to judge or insult anyone. There's a lot of weird energy. I just don't like it. I see this as you putting your health and your wellness first and foremost, and kind of branching off in a new direction that honors and respects yourself more. Anyway, okay, that's one message. Let's get something else. In fact, some of you may have a new Sagittarius coming in. And that could be work. It could be a boss or a coworker, or a friend. There could be a strong connection with a Sagittarius. They have really cool hair, or they may dye their hair a funny color, or like pink hair or something like that, male or female. Some of you are going to be exploring more same-sex couples. Like Pride Month, you could have come out with your sexuality, or just be exploring, new avenues of your sexuality. And it's healthy, right? Temperance says, yeah, if it makes you feel good, then get it, right? Yeah, there's something about liberation of your inner truth. Practicing a new philosophy, or and that's a clunky way of putting it, but I think you know what I mean. Honoring what's in your heart. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, absolutely. Whatever this is, whether this has to do with your sexuality or any, your orientation, whatever, it doesn't matter. Expressing your inner truth ushers in a new cycle of good fortune. What's on your mind? Where are you holding back your voice? Where are you not, again, standing up for yourself? That's a really important lesson coming through in the cards for you this week, when you express yourself and not care about offending other people, or it's really more, I'm not going to speak up because I don't want to make the other person uncomfortable. Nah, we don't do that, right? There's a difference between just being mean and savage and bitching at someone versus holding back your voice to like make it okay for other people. Absolutely not. This is you taking that sword. It's like you arm yourself with it. I'm going to be honest, it's actually very, very kind of like phallic to me here. So there's something about whether you're male or female, using that really more masculine energy and I don't know how else to say it, taking the sword and going to the battle, going to war. But ironically, the way it's shown here, it's actually really peaceful. It's like you're fighting for yourself. That doesn't make sense. I hate how I'm phrasing this. What is a good way of putting it? You're liberating your voice. You're vocalizing what's internal, what's in your head. Some of you may be really focused on writing in the coming weeks, or publishing, or even online blogs, something like that. This is very vocal. It's your thoughts and its ideas, and you're expressing it. Some of you are going to get a new job in writing, especially something in a spiritual way too. I'm not sure what that would be, but I don't know if you're an artist or a poet or any type of creative where you express with your words. I even see something, or I don't know what this is. It's like, I don't know if it's chanting or it's music but it has a spiritual connection, and it has to do with your voice. I don't know if you're doing work on your throat chakra. I don't know what that is, but it's good. It's positive. So if you know what it is, do it. Yeah, some of you may have a new job offer and you come into a nice little chunk of money. That looks good. I like that a lot. And something about that may have to do with the Sagittarius. I'm not positive. Yeah, look, literally. She's got like her pen and her journal, and the little sword is on it. This is like expressing your thoughts and ideas. I said the same thing to Sagittarius. It's like writing it down just so you can get it out from inside of you. And then again, you can edit it. You can pick and choose and cherry pick the good stuff. Some of you may even be giving a speech. Interesting. What is Aries walking away from here? A lot of you have been toiling in the background with something. There's a project you've been working on, possibly secretly for a long time. And it's like you're ready to go public with it. This could be a metaphor, but it's almost like you're ready to have it like make the headlines. You're ready to publish it. You're ready to put it out in the world for people to see. And part of that does make you feel very vulnerable because it's almost like you've birthed it. It's like your baby, especially again, some sort of creative project or whatever this is. but I think you know the time is right. It's almost like you're looking for reasons to go back and edit it because it's just a lack of confidence to put it out there. And I think some of you also, you might be anticipating the worst. You may be anticipating a lot of critics or criticism because maybe you've never put yourself out there in a way that allows you to be vulnerable. Go into this, and this is your vibe. You just have to have clarity and peace of mind about what you did. Know how hard you worked on this and be proud of it. Don't apologize for yourself. You have no reason to. Because you know you're ready. And yeah, this is going to get the attention of someone who wants to work with you or network with you. I'm not necessarily sure it's like a connection where someone sees you and hires you on the spot. It could be, but that's not the main message coming through. It's more like a co-collaborator or a peer. Or someone who more than likely it's someone who wants to have you as their mentor. So there's this really cool transition where you go from student to mentor without even necessarily purposely trying to do that. You share a gift or your ability or something, and someone is like fascinated by what you're sharing and they want to learn from you. I feel like I give this to you guys all the time. You might be interviewed for something. I swear that message comes up for Aries all the time. And I don't know any Aries who are being like interviewed. I just want you to know, like, there's no bias here. I get that message for you guys all the time. So that says to me the potential for that to happen has been in the cards, in the universe, in the cosmos for some time now. So if that's something that you like potentially down the line could see yourself being interviewed for, that book you're writing or that project you're working on or, that thing that you published, that might be a very like real thing for you, and I might be being told to tell you that to motivate you to keep driving this forward. Again, to not get lost in that assessment of, oh, well, maybe I should stop. It's not really working out the way it's supposed to. This is a card about trial and error, right? He's literally cooking something, right? And it boils over. Well, he may have to toss that batch out. It didn't work, but he learned something in the process. He's going to change up the ingredients, right? He's going to do it again, and the next time it will be better and better and better. I think some of you are at the point, though, where, again, I'm reiterating, you found the right ingredients. You know how to do it. You've already finished it, but you're tweaking it as I don't mean to offend, but you're tweaking it as an excuse because it's scary to actually go public or launch it. Do it. It will be worth it, Aries. Because deep down, I think a lot of you know you're ready. Yeah, that looks really cool. The sun, beautiful. I love it. Warmth, happiness, creativity, honoring your inner child. Very a strong connection to Leo. You definitely have a lot of fire energy here, Leo and Sagittarius specifically. But you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. Aces are new blessings, new beginnings. A lot of mental energy has gone into this. So welcome this new chapter, with open arms. You've had to fight to be there. Don't give up now, right? I think some of you're going to have to put in a little bit more effort and endurance, but I do want to reiterate the message too. I think you guys are anticipating having to defend yourself because there's going to be a lot of critics coming at you. I'm not saying that won't happen at all, but I think generally speaking, the perception of whatever this is, it's very thrilling. It's very illuminating. It's very telling about you as a person or your work capabilities. But it's like there's a spotlight on this. And I think generally speaking, people are fascinated. They want to know more. I don't think it's this, tearing you to bits. It just doesn't have that vibe. This is going to open some doors for you, especially in a money sense or job opportunity wise. Make sure you put this on your resume. Have some sort of demo reel or presentation where you can show future employers what you did, because this is big for you. Don't rob yourself of this opportunity. This is going to be a game changer. Aries, this is awesome. I actually really love this reading. I'm not sure about the romantic vibe right now, but this feels really good. So check back next week for maybe some better love readings. Anyway, please remember to like the video, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next week for more tarot. Bye, guys.